Hey guys, and welcome back to Hardware Unboxed. Today we'll be taking a look at the HyperX Cloud Revolver S. This is HyperX's new flagship gaming headset. It's a closed back over-ear design that's wired and supports Dolby 7.1 surround sound. I've been using this headset for the past couple of weeks playing some games, watching movies, and listening to music, and I think it's a pretty decent gaming headset overall. I'm going to start off by talking about the area that I think is of most interest to you guys, and that is the sound quality. This is a $150 headset, around 200 Australian dollars, so you'd be expecting pretty good sound quality from a headset of this price, and the Cloud Revolver S certainly delivers in this regard. Without messing with any profiles or equalizers, I think this headset is quite pleasant to listen to. It's even and balanced across all frequencies and gives you quite a lot of detail through the mid-tones and the highs, but on the bass end, there's still enough punch that you get that nice rumble from explosions and enough depth to the bass in music. From this respect, I was really pleased with the sound profile because some gaming headsets tend to punch out the bass too much, but here it's much more balanced and pleasant overall. The Cloud Revolver S seems to keep this nice balance throughout most of its volume range, so whether you're listening to something quiet or whether you're really blasting out some music, you'll still get a pleasant listening experience. It's only when you really crank out the volume to its maximum that you will notice some very minor distortions, particularly in the mid-tones. You might hear some accentuated vocals when you're listening to music, but aside from that, I think that for most comfortable listening volumes and the normal range that you'll be using the Cloud Revolver S for, you'll be getting a very good listening experience here. Perhaps even more impressive than the sound quality of this headset is the comfort. These bad boys have been on my head for extended sessions throughout the week, including gaming and video editing, and at times I've even forgotten that they've actually been on my ears. They're that comfortable. The padding around the top of the headset is very plush, and the suspension system that allows the headset to sit nicely and comfortably and almost weightlessly on your head gives you that ultimate comfort experience. The padding around the ear cups is also very good, and combined with the over-ear design, you'll be able to use this headset for hours at a time without feeling any discomfort whatsoever. It's also worth talking about the design of this headset because I'm quite pleased with what HyperX has done here. There's premium materials used all around, such as metal along the top edge of the band. There's leather used for most of the padding areas of this headset, and I quite like the soft touch matte plastic that's used on the outside of the ear cups. It gives quite a nice visual design to this headset that's not too gamer style and also feels solid and well built. As for the features of this headset, there's two ways that you can connect it to your PC. The headset itself features a 3.5mm audio output, which can be either connected to a USB dongle, which I'll talk a little bit about in just a moment, or a two 3.5mm audio jack splitter that allows you to plug in both the headphone and microphone into two separate ports. Depending on the DAC that's included with your PC, you might find that plugging in through the 3.5mm audio cables provides a slightly better audio experience, but at least for me, I used the USB dongle primarily because I felt it gave a very minor improvement to audio quality overall. That said, using the USB dongle does introduce some hiss to the speakers when you're not listening to any audio, which is not present while using the 3.5mm audio jacks, so if you find that hiss unpleasant, you might just need to ditch the USB dongle entirely. There are a couple of other reasons to ditch the dongle as well. Firstly, its position on the cable doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, where am I supposed to put this dongle? Am I supposed to clip it to my pants, clip it to my shirt, or just leave it in my lap? It seems like a fairly awkward position for these controls that would be better integrated onto the headset itself. I wasn't impressed with the Dolby 7.1 surround sound mode either, which is exclusive to the USB dongle and a key feature of this headset. Simply put, when I was listening to games and movies with surround sound, I thought that I was better able to hear things behind me and to the side of me when this mode was disabled as opposed to when it was enabled. For example, when I was playing a game that had enemies coming from behind me that I was trying to pick out, the surround sound mode made it seem like these enemies were actually above me in terms of its spatial profile rather than behind me, which is where they really were. And this is disappointing because I figured the Dolby surround mode would make it easier for me to pick out the location of enemies around me, but it actually made it more difficult. On top of that, the surround mode makes it seem like the speakers are further away from you and more echoey than normal, which can give quite an unpleasant experience when you're listening to music or when you're watching some movies. It kind of makes it seem like you're in a movie theater rather than in a studio experience, and depending on your preferences, that might not be the experience that you're after. The USB dongle also comes with some equalizer presets, but like the 7.1 surround mode, I did feel like these presets actually made the audio quality slightly worse most of the time. You're better off just letting the natural audio quality of this headset take over and not use these presets at all. There are some benefits to using this dongle though. You do get microphone and volume controls on the side, which can be quite handy, as well as a push to talk button for the microphone. Speaking of the microphone, it's detachable on this headset, which I really appreciate, because if you're listening to music or playing a single player game and you don't need the microphone, you can get it completely out of your way by simply disconnecting it. As for the audio quality of the microphone, well, here's a short sample so that you can assess it for yourself. This is a quick test using the HyperX Cloud Revolver S's microphone. As you can hear, it's not particularly amazing quality by any stretch, but it should suffice for gaming applications, though I wouldn't recommend it really for anything else. You do get nice feedback into the headphone, so you can hear your own voice, and this does assist with using this microphone a little bit. You can hear plosives though when the microphone is placed quite close to your mouth, and at times you can hear breathing as well when it's positioned this close, such as that's just me breathing through my nose sort of moderately loudly, I guess. So that can be quite annoying at times, but if you place the microphone anything further away, such as out here, for example, you can definitely hear the difference in volume and quality a bit. So you really do need to place it reasonably close to your mouth, but that does introduce those plosive sounds and also the annoyance of breathing at times. But oh well, I guess the main feature of this headset isn't its microphone, it's definitely its audio quality and comfort. So like I said, it should be good enough for gaming. There is one good thing about this microphone though, and that is that it's noise cancelling. I've got some music playing quite loudly on my phone just in front of me here, but it doesn't have a big effect on the ability to hear my voice through the microphone, and that's a pretty great thing. If you've got quite a noisy environment that you're gaming in and you don't want external noises coming into that microphone noise, well, it's not going to be a big deal on the HyperX Cloud Revolver S. Overall, I'm very happy with the HyperX Cloud Revolver S. I know they're an expensive headset at $150 or around 200 Australian dollars, but I think you get your money's worth from both a sound quality and comfort perspective. I wasn't as impressed with the USB dongle or the Dolby 7.1 surround sound mode, but you don't need to use this dongle with this headset, and I still think the surround sound that's provided in games and movies without the dongle is still very good nevertheless. So you can pretty much just forget the dongle and still get a very decent experience from the HyperX Cloud Revolver S. That's it for this review of this headset. Don't forget to check there's a written review on TechSpot. Links to buy this headset in the description below, and I'll catch you in the next one.